Hey guys, Ian Marsh here, and today I'm going to share with you one of the biggest game changers I learned when it came to improving sales. This will turn the tables and give a massive impact to your business if you apply the same principle I'm about to teach you. And the way I'm going to teach you is by telling you a story. And the story is a true story. It was when I was in business many, many years ago, just trying to create an air conditioning company, a real business instead of a job. And at the time, I had a beat up panel van that was only operating on 3 cylinders, blowing smoke out like crazy. And my apprentice was a 13-year-old that was so useless at school, just got kicked out of school. And so they came to me and their mum gave me permission to have him as an apprentice. So that was my massive team. And armed with those incredible resources, I got wind of this large builder, one of the largest in New South Wales, wanting to have another air conditioning installation company do their work for them. And so I thought, I've got all of these resources behind me, why don't I give it a shot? And so I went in there, dressed to the nines, I had my Marsh Air Conditioning polo shirt on and my jeans, and I think it was before the days of OH&S, and so I had my sneakers on, I think, my sand shoes. So, a really, really good cutting image. It was also before my wife had much to do with dressing me. Anyway, so when I went in there, I was surrounded by all of these individuals in suits, and they were some of the largest air conditioning companies representatives on the planet. I'm talking companies such as Mitsubishi, Daikin, Fujitsu, and they were all certain that they were going to walk away with the deal, that they were going to be getting the business, because who wouldn't want to use that major organization? Anyway, so all of them went in to see the decision makers, and I'll tell you what it looked like in a second. And they went in there and they did their spiel, lasted 15, 20 minutes, out they came, and then the next one went in, next one came out. And anyway, it came to me. I was left till last, and the decision makers, they're probably going to give me 5 minutes to humour me, which was very nice of them, I have to admit, if they only knew the truth when I went in there. Anyway, so I can't comment on what all the other companies were saying, but I can hazard a guess that it would be something like, look, we've got the largest infrastructure in the world, and our units have got the best reputation, and we're quiet, and we'll give you rebates on your units, all these sorts of things that the companies might say to big note themselves and convince somebody they're wonderful. Okay, and I get that. However, and this was largely instinctively, and I think I have to thank my mother for what I did in that room. And again, it was a game changer that really, really had a massive impact on the future of my companies, right to this very day. And so here's how it went for me. I walked into this office. I'm so tempted to tell you the name of the company, but I won't. I'll leave that to be innocent. But I walked into this boardroom. I'd never been in a boardroom before. Imagine one of the most incredible boardroom tables made of mahogany with these luxurious seats, and probably every seat was worth $1,000 plus. Anyway, all these individuals, say there'd be about 8 individuals in the room, right from the top dog that started the company with a hammer and nail, to all the number crunchers and the decision makers and the supervisors. They all had to make a decision on who they're going to use for this company. Anyway, I got in there and I didn't have any fancy presentations or anything like that. What I really did was just speak from the heart, because I understood my client better than the air conditioning suits understood their client. See, these individuals were builders. So what was important to builders? Well, I'll tell you. What was important was that their projects were never slowed down by tradesmen that didn't turn up on time. That they could keep to their timelines, because they knew that if they got their air conditioning guy in, he'd be there exactly when he said he'd be there. He'd get the job done with no excuses, and he wouldn't let them down or slow them down. He wouldn't slow down the jip rockers, and he'd always make sure that if he did an installation, that he wouldn't muck up doing the finish off on the installation so that they couldn't hand over their properties. These were the big things that builders were concerned about. Okay, because this meant money in their back pocket. Oh, and what's the other thing that the builders would be concerned about? How about their reputation? That when we did an installation that the clients would absolutely love, not so much us, the air conditioning company, but the builder. So we would represent them in such a way that they'd know that their house was beautiful and cool or warm because of this wonderful builder. Okay, you getting the picture? Now, this brings me back to the core principle of what I shared with you, of why you're probably watching this right now. And that is, are you selling or are you helping? You think about it yourself personally. Do you like being sold to, or do you like being helped? So the other large air conditioning companies, when they put their offer to the company, well, they were selling themselves. Well, that obviously didn't work, because I was the one that walked away with this multi-million dollar deal, and I'm still to date the only person that charged full retail for their air conditioning services, and still put a margin on for their full margin on top for the builder. Still to date the only person that's managed to achieve that I know of in the project home industry. And the reason why is because I spoke to the client about their wants, their needs, their fears, their desires, and I assured them that I would go to the ends of the earth to deliver on that. So you're getting the idea? Pretty powerful, huh? Well, if you want to learn more about these skill sets and how to apply them in your business, join me at Business School, because for the first time ever, I'm going to be laying it all out on a silver platter for you so you can apply these skills in your business. So I'll see you there at Business School.